Mm-hmm. Okay, babe. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? It is nice to see you. All right. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Juanson. Hello, Big Cleo. Hello to Lilith, maybe? I don't know. I think Lilith sent me a mail, but I didn't have time to look yet. Maybe I'm seeing she's not here. I'm seeing she's not here. So hold on. Everything is over there. I've got you, my love. Just give me a few seconds. I'm going to go and look at all this. Just one moment. It is nice to see everybody. So just one moment. Let me do this. Oh no, okay, there's nothing in particular. All right, okay. So just give me one little second. I am gonna go in PayPal one moment. How was everybody's day today, my loves? All right. All right, just one little second. So how was everybody's day today? Let's do this. I believe that we're going to start this off with Elaine. So just one moment. Let me do this. Oh, we have Mimi too from last night. Okay, hold on. I've got Big Cleo. I have Elaine. We have Jasmine. And we have Love Shine. Okay, so Elaine is first, then I'm going to go and see Big Cleo, then I'm going to go and see Mimi from last night, Jasmine, and Love Shine. That's going to be the list for the moment, okay? Mm. All right, hold on just one moment. All right. Okay. So here we go. Beautiful Elaine, you are up first. I'm just going to go and get your questions. Is it just you tonight? Well, I think it is. I don't know. It's weird, Hanson. I don't know. I think it's just you. Yeah. Hi, Julie. I don't know. I thought I saw a message from Lilith, but it's a message from Lilith and you from the message that I sent out earlier. So after all, I have no idea. But it looks like it's you. I did, Julie. Thank you, my love. Um, Hi, Mimi. You're gonna be on up after Big Cleo. I've got you onto the list, sweetie. Okay. All right. So, Elaine, how did you do on your job interview at this afternoon? All right, let me go like this. Let's go and see. Okay. Okay, Elaine, here we go. I finished reading question numero uno. We're going to go forward with it. Okay, so your job interview, let's go see it. Here we go. Now, I believe it is just Watson with us tonight. I'm going to say Lilith didn't get the notification. So I'm going to keep the list for the moment, okay, loves? Watson has enough to do. So I do have the list. I've got everybody exactly where they're supposed to be, okay? So the energy around your interview shows that you did much better than what you're actually giving yourself credit for, my love. So yeah, I'm going to say you came across as being, yes, prepared, yes, respectful, and yes, importantly, willing to, I'm going to say, learn. I feel like your communication had clarity, though you might have kind of held back a little bit out of nervousness, my love. But that actually gave them the impression of being a little bit humble and professional rather than somebody who would be, let's say, overconfident, right? I feel as though C, I won't say the person's name, I'll call this person C. C's energy felt receptive, like this person liked your answers, especially when you shared concrete experience into your past. That went on in to kind of show your strong skills altogether. All right. Okay. Okay, just 1 second. Okay. So my love, I feel like this person's demeanor, because they were kind of relaxed or chill, was genuine. I feel like she actually wanted you to feel at ease. Um, As for the Photoshop test, I feel like you handled it well. While you didn't necessarily over decorate, she did appreciate that you were practical and respectful of her time altogether. So I feel like that choice showed her that you think about efficiency and not just kind of showing off. So that's a plus in design and production environment altogether, my love. Now, the moment with her typing her password nervously had actually like nothing to do with you. I feel like it's company policy, and I feel like she was cautious about her confidentiality, if you will, but nothing to do, negativity about you. So the manager not liking you at first glance kind of feels more like it's skepticism because of your appearance or because of your young appearance and your energy. But this can definitely change. Don't worry about it. It's just a little bit of a first experience kind of a thing. Other than that, I'm going to say over here, Will you get hired? There's a possibility that you could. There's a possibility, but I feel like they're comparing you with other candidates at this moment. So the fact that they called you back after such a gap since August 17th does show that your resume did stand out. So there's a decent chance that, they will see the adaptability and the potential. But I'm definitely going to have to say over here, I'm not going to put it into a 100% yes. I'm going to put it in an okay kind of a place where it could be happening, but I'm not going to give my guarantees because I don't necessarily see it right away. Okay, just 1 second. Okay. As for the possibility and time frame, I feel like if you get hired, communication should come towards you within the following week or two. It could be by phone, it could be by email. So I'm definitely going to say watch around mid to late September, my love. But don't be surprised if they kind of push towards early October. So if you don't hear back within the following 2 weeks, I kind of feel like they're going to be, it means that they're kind of wrapping on up the interviews altogether. Now, about predictions, about being accurate, hold on. About your predictions being accurate. I feel like that really has to do a lot with your intuition that is sharpening. I feel like the eclipse full moon energy that you've been working with recently has kind of opened up your psychic senses a little bit more. And feeling and hearing things before they actually happen is actually, if you will, shows your third eye and your inner awareness are kind of aligning. So this is part of your spiritual growth, and spirit is kind of showing you that you can trust these flashes or insight. All right. Good news for the rest of September. All right. I feel like something positive around career movement is definitely into the cards. But I do also feel like there's going to be some big changes and some big modifications. We do have the death, we do have the tower, but we do also have the beautiful world. So we do have somewhat of a coming on forth or coming. We have a lot of changes that are happening for you. The tower and the death are not necessarily bad things that are happening, because we do have something that is happening over here that is going to change your final outcome over here, where there's going to be some type of an exchange in some kind of a way. Now, it might not be the financial opportunity that you would like, but I do feel like something is going to be offered towards you. So, sweetie, I'm going to say if PP, I'm going to call them PP with their letters. Yeah, I know that sounds bad. Anyways, the place that you went for today for the interview, if they don't immediately necessarily work out, I do feel like there's going to be another opportunity, something creative that's going to be coming into focus for you. So I do see recognition. I do see some appreciation to your circle altogether. I feel like there's somewhat of a green light kind of an energy there for new connections that are going to be happening for you, as much onto a social kind of platform as onto a professional one. As for a general for next week, and Big Cleo is next, followed up by Mimi. All right. Next week, you can expect a mix, I'm going to say, of productivity, but also needing some rest. I feel like you need some rest. I feel like you've got some lingering tiredness from all the interviews and all the energy shifts and everything. So it's going to be important for you to kind of find that perfect balance for you. I feel like Spirit is also asking you to organize yourself, to gain more clarity, to take more time to structure your goals, to update your portfolio and refine your, I'm going to say, technical skills. So e-commerce basics, Photoshop tricks, all those things. So that's what you're actually meant to be doing. As for your question about the Ten of Cups imagery often into your dreams and visions, that's really just Spirit that is coming on in to reassure you of your ultimate fulfillment, my love. So emotionally, spiritually, even I'm going to say family harmony. So it's like if it's a guiding light showing what's possible into the long term if you keep aligning with your truth altogether. No, it has not been done yet, Jasmine. You are fourth onto the list, Sweetie Pie, so we'll leave you a timestamp, but we will be with you fairly shortly, my love. Hold on. We do also have our beautiful DM, Stephanie and Crimson. Thank you, Sweetie Pie. A DM. We have Stephanie. And we have Crimson. All right. It is my pleasure. Julie, hold on just 1 second over here. I'm just going to go and update the list. Because I feel we're getting behind onto the list here. Yeah. Okay. So, my beautiful Julie, I'm going to send you a message if you want me to, my beautiful love. There's still like a good 15-20 minutes before I'm with you. So we're just gonna, Elaine was a fairly long read. The other ones will go much better. So let's go on forward with it. All right. So next up is Big Cleo, followed out by Mimi. Then I'm going to go and see Jasmine. We've got Love Shine. We've got DM. We have Stephanie. We also have over here Julie. And we have Crimson. So, my beautiful loves, if you need to leave and come back in about 30 minutes, you can go ahead, unless you're Big Cleo, Mimi, or Jasmine. So, let's get to it, my sweetie pies. Okay, I'm just going to get myself some water 1 second. Okay. All right. So just 1 second. Hello, my sweetie pies. I am back. I've got water. Let's go forward with it. So, Big Cleo. All right, my beautiful Julie, shall do so, sweetie. I'm glad you had a good time. I knew you'd be having a good time, my love. All right, so here we go on to see what we've got. Big Cleo is going to be at 22.10. And voila. So Big Cleo. Up next is going to be Mimi. Okay, let me go into PayPal. I think I'm going to sneeze. Ah! Okay. So, question number 1. We want to know, did P look at Big Cleo's Facebook profile page? Okay, no. He did look. He did look. Please let me know how many times he did look. I'm getting over here between a 1 to 3 times, so I'll say between a 1 to 3 times, my love. Will P really initiate the boyfriend-girlfriend relationship between Big Cleo and P? That is going to be a yes, and please let me know when. Please let me know into the months. Okay, I'm still getting over here somewhere around October, sweetie. So somewhere into the month of October, my love. So are you just imagining it? And I shall say no. I am going to go and look into the cards at this moment and see what we've got. All right. So, did P look at your page? Mimi and Jasmine are up next. Okay, we do have our Queen of Pentacles. We do also have our Queen of Cups. We have our Eight of Swords in reverse position. And we do also have our Page of Wands, followed by our Four of Wands. So I shall actually say, yes, my beautiful love. I feel as though he actually wanted to look at it more often than what he actually did, but did he look? He did. So I will say yes. And I'm going to say somewhere around 3 to 4 times. Now, will he truly initiate the contact for a boyfriend and girlfriend? Or are you just imagining it? I wonder what happened with Lilith. I wonder what happened. Oh, sweet Lord, hold on. That was the Eight of Cups that fell down, but reverse position. Still going to use it. Getting over here our Five of Pentacles, followed out by our Queen of Cups. I feel like we're actually going to end up passing through anything that is of fears. We're definitely sticking around. We're not going anywhere. And we're definitely jumping on in towards our Queen of Cups, which would be represented as you. So are you imagining it? I'm going to say absolutely not, my sweet love. No imagination here, sweetie. Mimi, just 1 second. Okay, Mimi, we have twice. Just 1 moment. Mimi, okay, that one's into the email. And the other one's over there. Okay, so just a second. Both of them are into the email. Jasmine, let us know if you're here. You're going to be on up next. And this is the first one. Okay. Hi, Mischievous. How are you doing, sweetie? Thank you so very much for your donation, love. All right, not a problem. We're going to leave you. Need to bring son to the hospital for follow-up, right? Okay, sweetie. I know, it's so weird, Juanson. All right, so here we go. Juanson, we're going to close the lives at 11 tonight. So in 1 hour, sweetie, let's move on forward with it. So everybody's going to have a little bit of patience tonight, okay, sweeties? So Mimi is going to be at 28 minutes. Jasmine is next, followed out by Love Shine. So let me just go over here for Mimi. All right. All right. So Mimi. About MTPW and Jocelyn. So this is the one of yesterday, all right? Okay. I feel like you're right. I feel like the more you open up, the more they respond. And that's actually building all different kind of bridges. I feel like MT is starting to actually see you as somebody that she can talk to. She may still test where the waters are, but she does also notice that you're actually quite fair. So I feel like PW also does feel safer around you and sees you as somebody who is quite steady, not quick to judge. But as for Jocelyn, I feel like she's a little bit annoyed with things in general. So she actually respects that you don't just kind of gossip, that you do listen and you do weigh things on in. So overall, there is a trust that is there, that is forming. I do feel like it is cautious, but it is there. So I feel like you're slowly shifting to the vibe to Mimi's trustworthy and Mimi is quite steady, which is a really good place to be in life in general, maybe at work or anywhere else. But yeah. As for Mr. Harry, all right. As for Mr. Harry, I feel like he's still holding back from contacting you directly. I feel like his pride And uncertainty are always a little bit into the way, but his thoughts, they definitely have not left you. As for yesterday and today, I do see this mix. Like part of him is kind of curious what you're up to. A part of him feels also kind of guilty for the distance. And another part just kind of wants that peace. So I feel like right now he thinks of you with that beautiful sense of warmth, of nostalgia, but also remembering all those beautiful little moments. So I'm going to say his current thoughts and feelings. As for yesterday, he was a little bit restless, missing your energy, but like convincing himself to stay kind of quiet. Today, I feel like it's softer, a bit of longing, but I kind of feel like he hides it behind distractions, if you will. So, nowadays, he feels you as somebody who is very, very strong, very independent, somebody who is very connected to him in different kind of ways that he just can't necessarily shake on off. So I'm going to say I feel like he's reflecting more on your kindness than the past conflicts or anything of the such. And I feel like that is an important shift altogether. It shows that he's starting to remember all the good qualities that, you know, you guys had in life altogether. All right, here we go. Hi, Farah. Nice to see you too, sweetie. I know you do. I know you do, Mimi. Well, let's go into the following one. So just one moment. All right. About PW and your tone. All right. I say don't worry. I feel like PW doesn't hold resentment. Okay. I feel like PW doesn't hold resentment. But yes, I do feel like your voice may have sounded a little bit louder because you were a little bit passionate about getting the point across. But I do believe that this person does know that your intentions were not in any kind of a way about anger. And I feel like that's why she still kind of laughed and replied, you know, that it was fine later on. She sees you as somebody who is serious when it comes to work, and she really doesn't take things all that personally, quite frankly. How did your team, CH and MT, actually see it? They didn't necessarily think that you were fake. Instead, I feel like they saw different things. So I kind of feel like they saw that you separate work from friendships, which is good because that brings in clear boundaries. I feel like CH thought, you know, hey, you can be tough when it's needed. And that actually brings more respect than judgment. And I feel like MT thought, you know what, you're fiery, but you're fair. So she doesn't necessarily think less of you. If anything, I feel like she notices that even, you know, with friends, you don't play favoritism in any kind of a way. So I feel like your reputation at work right now, JL's praise was not into an empty kind of a way. People do see you as resourceful, as reliable and capable. So even when you get kind of fiery, they see that it comes from a caring place about doing things, but doing things properly. And in many eyes, they see you as the one who finds solutions when others are actually stuck. So that builds respect. So don't doubt yourself amongst that in any kind of a way. Now, about praising the 2 leader volunteers, they felt very good about it, sweetie. They saw like they were truly appreciated. Not over the top, honestly. I feel like it motivated them because they felt seen, but they also felt quite valued by you. I feel as though they noticed the little details, which made them more confident. So overall, I'm going to say people do see you as somebody who is passionate, loyal, straightforward, and very caring underneath all that fiery, bubbly personality that you got. But as a worker, you're more seen as somebody who is a problem solver, not afraid to speak up, somebody who's reliable, somebody who's fair. So even when your tone is strong, they don't hold grudges. They don't see you as somebody who holds grudges. You seem to treat everybody quite clearly, I'm going to say. And I am going to give you a universe message, my love. And Jasmine, you are on up next, sweetie pie. So I say, don't worry about it, Mimi, don't. Mimi, the universe wants you to know that your fire is not a weakness, it's your strength. That your passion, your voice, your determination, they're all gifts that set you apart. So even when you fear others might judge you, Spirit actually says they actually admire you much more than what you think. So you're learning to balance gentleness with assertiveness, and this is shaping you into the leader that you are meant to be. Jasmine, here we go, my love. And thank you, everybody, for the patience tonight. Yes. So, Jasmine, it is. Love Shine, if you're around, you can post your questions, sweetie. So, Jasmine, Love Shine, DM, and Stephanie are the following readings. All right. "38 minutes and 20 seconds is next. Oh. All right. So here we go. Oops. I don't know, Juanson, if it's something that I ate. I have no idea. So, Jasmine, I want to know if you were here. Let me go and see. Love Shine, thank you for posting. Jasmine, sono qui, perfecto, bellissima. So, let's go right over here. So, why did you come across, well, question number one, okay? Why did you come virtually across the informative Italiano? All right. Page of Wands, we have our Three of Swords. We also have our Ace of Wands, our Nine of Cups, and the Emperor. I don't feel like it's by accident. I kind of feel like Spirit is showing me that he kind of popped on up onto your path because there's a resonance between the two of you. He reflects qualities that you're drawn to, so intelligence and worldliness and independence. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? And he also mirrors parts of yourself that you're stepping into, if you will. So it feels like it's a little bit of a nudge from the universe. So I'm going to say it's like if the universe is telling you, see, you're not alone into your way of thinking. And there are people out there that are aligned with the same type of thoughts and same type of wavelength as you actually have. So the fact that he's your age is just a little bit, if you will, Spirit's way of saying that the alignment is closer than the actual coincidence. possibility of encountering each other. Here we go. There is a possibility, but I'm going to say it's kind of tied into timing and intention. Right now, I feel like his focus is business. That's why the price tag is actually there. It's how he actually structures his work, but I feel like the energy around him feels like it's open and curious. It's not closed off. So crossing paths may not have to be through, let's say, the paid sessions. Sometimes it could be different things, like sometimes spirit arranges unexpected overlaps or a mutual connection or an event or just something organic that's going to happen online. But yes, there is a possibility that it could be aligned. Past life connection. I do sense that there could be a past life link, like you and him kind of feel like you've been in an intellectual or cultural kind of cycle or circle together before, perhaps as colleagues or allies. It could be students, but somebody onto a similar journey. Would not necessarily be a past connection in love. But I feel like there was mutual respect and there was beautiful energy of learning from each other. And that's why when you saw him, something kind of clicked and just kind of felt a little bit familiar. Now, what is the purpose together? All right. There is a purpose here. There's a purpose in everything, sweetie. Even if it's brief or from afar, the main energy I do feel is inspiration and reflection. So you noticing him kind of awakens parts of yourself. So your curiosity, your longing for deeper conversations, and maybe even your romantic or your creative side. So whether you ever meet in real life or not, his role might not be to stir up this energy in you, so you step up more fully onto your own path. So I feel like spirit is leaving the door slightly open over here. If it's meant to be more, then the circumstances could definitely shift and you guys could definitely cross your paths. But for the moment, I'm going to say it's possible. It's something that's in reflection, but not something that is necessarily quite stable. Not something I'm going to say, yes, it is going to be happening. And I feel like the purpose together at this moment is to learn something, to be inspired by one another, curiosity, maybe even deeper conversations. Is it necessarily something that's going to go in love? That I don't necessarily feel. Love Shine, you're next. Oops. I was buffering. Love Shine is going to be at 45:20. All right. Oh, not the right deck. Hold on. DM and Stephanie are up next. They will both have some timestamps followed out by Crimson. Don't worry, Mischievous. I've got you, sweetie. You're onto my list. I'm just giving the ones that are like up next. So let me just go a little bit higher up. Oh, just pull your usual questions. God, I don't know why I'm going all the way up and I'm looking. All right, here we go. So I did take out the deck that you do like. We do have our Six of Pentacles. We do have our Eight of Cups. And we do also have our Four of Cups. Now, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, like these are all like negative card. Well, I don't like to put them into the negative category, but they are kind of negative. Today, it's like if he's not necessarily comfortable at home. I don't get that they're not talking or anything. I feel like they are talking. Things are okay. I just kind of feel like it's not harmonious. So I just kind of feel like it's one of those days where not everything is aligning into the way that it should be at home. And if he could walk away because it would be easy, then he probably would. Now, in regards to you, we have our Hierophant. We have our Ace of Cups. Also have our Nine of Pentacles. So, we are thinking about you. We did have a good time with you today. There's no doubt about it. We felt loving. We felt like we were happy. We felt like this was ultimate happiness. Like we had absolutely everything that we could possibly need. So I will say today, you did have a good day. You were absolutely right. We felt happy and loved. And I think he gave you the love that you needed also. All right, what's he not saying to you that he wants to say? Six of Cups, Queen of Cups. Also getting over here, Sweetie Pie, our Ace of Swords. He wants you to know that he thinks about you much more than what he actually talks about. You're always pretty much onto his mind. But he also wants you to know that he doesn't just love you as a person, as somebody who is into his life, as a partner. He also does love you as a friend. I'm going to close my door because I've got kids who are going wild. 1 second, please, sweetie. Monsieur Raphaël, s'il vous plaît, un peu moins fort. Merci. All right, the door closed. So, Yeah, he does want you to know that, my beautiful love. It's not just a question of what you offer to him. You offer to him not only love, but you do offer to him also a beautiful companionship as friends. If there's anybody onto the list that I have not mentioned yet, let's say like Farah, I will add on in after Mischievous. Okay, so nobody will be forgotten, have no doubts. Into the messages, I do have our Sun, I do have our Eight of Swords. There's a lot of things that he wants to say and he wants to do with you that often he just doesn't necessarily get to do so. So he does want you to know that, you know, if he could travel the world with you and do everything with you, he would. He does want you to know that you're always into his mind and you're always going to be a main priority for him. DM. You're going to be at 53 minutes. If you are here and there's anything I'm not saying that you're wondering about, as usual, send me an email and I'll let you know. Stephanie, you're going to be on up right after DM. So DM, I know that you want to know if there's anything that you need to know or look forward or be careful into the following 5 days. Let's go see. All right. Financial opportunities that you're looking for are not necessarily coming your way at this moment, and I feel like you don't necessarily have a choice into the question. I do, however, see you moving ahead. I do. I see you moving ahead over here. I just don't see you necessarily getting what it is that you want. But you're moving ahead. You're doing what you must. Just don't necessarily expect any big revelations, no big decisions coming up forward. Neither. This is a lot about action and forward movement. You're starting and you're trying to kind of align a lot of things, but there is one door that's going to be closing towards you. You just don't know when the next door is going to open. And that's where I see the main issue is, where you have a door that's closing, but you don't know where the next one is. And this is why you continue moving on forward. This is why you continue creating, because it is your destiny and something else is waiting for you over here. And when I say something else is waiting, still at the same place. It's just there's an opportunity that's the door is just not there at this moment. Something that you thought that was going to be yours or that could be coming your way that seems to be somewhat delayed. So I'm going to say, my love, work-wise, a lot of stagnancy, not necessarily getting what it is that you want. No big decisions this week. I'm going to go and see how things are going family-wise, love-wise, if anything is popping on through, okay? Hold on, sweetie. Stephanie and Crimson are going to be on up next. So Stephanie and Crimson. All right, King of Swords. You seem to be the master of whatever is going on, quite frankly. Not much happening love-wise, not much happening family-wise, neither. But when I say that, I also do mean there's not going to be any conflicts. So I'm going to say a fairly peaceful week. The only thing that I can see is that you're a master into what you're doing as you're moving on forward within your thoughts and your ideas. The only downside is that I don't necessarily see any movement from it. So I'm going to say continue working towards it. So those doors that are closed, you can slowly start to kind of push them on forward and open. Other than that, family-wise, I don't see any problems, and I don't see anybody in specific that you have to be careful for that might be doing something. I know that you do always have some people that are a little bit around you have to be suspicious of, but nothing in specific this week, sweeties. It was Love Sean. It was, sweetie. I think it was Love Shine. We don't see it all that often. Well, not in his, anyways. Yeah. So we're going to put at 57 minutes. We're going to put our beautiful Stephanie. Crimson, let us know if you're here. And I'm just going to go and let Julie know that she's going to be on up next, okay? you, Crimson. So, Stephanie, Jonathan's current feelings and intentions for you. Let's go see. All right, my beautiful Stephanie, I hate to say so, we're still into a place where you're probably not getting any messages at this moment. This is your energy wanting something to be happening, and this is his not really doing anything at this moment. Now, let's go and get a little bit more cards and figure out what's going on over there. I just kind of feel like he's hiding into his own corner, doing his own little thing because he's not ready for anything, and he's just basically afraid. He's afraid of conflicts. He's afraid of disagreements. He actually even kind of thinks that you probably have somebody else into your life at this moment. He's afraid of the people. He's afraid of the competition that he would actually have by being with you also. So I'm going to say there's a little bit of jealousy. There's a little bit of fear. There's a lot of I'm staying onto my own side because I don't want to go back into any conflict. And so he's onto his own side thinking all these things, and you're onto your side kind of waiting for him to do something, to make some type of a movement, yet he's sticking there. So do we still have an interest? I will say yes, but I'm going to add on in that there's like different layers to this problem of him not wanting to have different type of competition, him kind of thinking that maybe you're involved with somebody else or somebody else could be, you know, interested into you at this moment. So it's like if he's feeling like he could not necessarily be good enough for you. So he's really just sticking into his energy. Is he still interested? Yes. But is he making any movement towards you? No, not at this moment, my love. Not because of lack of interest, more because of his own self-doubt and himself putting himself into that type of position where he's actually just kind of locking himself down into a place where he's not allowing things to grow. So, you know, if you want to grow a tree, but you give it no water, you give it no sun, and you don't give it good earth, nothing's going to happen with it. That's a little bit what he's doing. Crimson, sweetie. Oh, Julie, I had to go and let Julie know. Julie. Hold on. Where is Julie? And why do I not? Oh, there you go. Here you go. I got you. All right. Okie dokie. So, Stephanie, do I think he is entertaining somebody at this moment? Ace of Wands reverse showing a no, my love. So I'll say no, sweetie. Thank you. You're going to be on up in just a few moments. Hi, Priestess. Hi, thank you, sweetie. Hi, Priestess. You're going to be up probably in about 10-15 minutes, sweetie, okay? What did you just get, Fonson? What did you buy, my love? So, Crimson, a general love reading. What is happening for you, sweet one? Oh, an apple emoji is cute. It is. How are you doing, High Priestess? I hope you're doing good, my love. Apple emoji is perfect, Julie. It's that season. What deck did you buy? I know you bought something. I know you did, Ponson. What did you buy? Okie dokie. Or what Halloween thing did you buy? Alice in Wonderland Oracle deck. It is absolutely beautiful. It is, my love. I just don't use the decks, the oracles as much. It's the only reason why I haven't purchased it yet. But I still have it onto my list. I do. Okay, Crimson, Crimson, Crimson. What is going on over here, sweetie? Self-limiting beliefs. Self-limiting beliefs. We're kind of stuck into a place, my love. Delays and frustration and clouded judgment, wanting to have some type of giving, receiving, and something happening, but nothing necessarily happening, sweetie. Yes. Yeah. I know, my love. So, Crimson, what would you like out of this outcome, my love? Because I feel like over here, there's an action that is needed. There's an action that is necessary in order to get out of the place that you're into at this moment. I feel as though you're into a place where there's not much movement, but that movement is coming from you. The Magician is reversed. Our Knight of Wands is in reverse. Our Eight of Swords is in reverse. This is all an energy of stagnation that is coming from mostly you here at this moment. I know, it sounds pretty right. You're just kind of stuck there. I know, sweetie. It sucks. So you're stuck here, but Spirit is saying, if you change this and you take action and you do things, it will change. They're telling you to do the Six of Pentacles. Let's go out. Let's reach out. Let's have something happen. Let's make a connection happen. Let's make a communication happen. That is going to be necessary in order to get out of the rut. Otherwise, you're stuck into this, and that's a sucky place. So, I feel like at this moment, it's almost like we don't know where to look, what to do, how to start. So you want to get out of this, but you don't know how to get out of it. You need to find your way out of that. Yes, you need to get yourself out of that, sweetie pie. You do. You need to take that anxiety and you need to kick it away. You need to put it somewhere far away because nobody wants it. It sucks. And it's just kind of paralyzing you from doing anything at this moment in time. So, you know what? This is it. Again, lack of progress, afraid of failure, afraid of not doing enough, not doing good enough, not being good enough. Therefore, you're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Sweetie, I do see a potential. I do see a potential for something happening for you if you can take that action to get out of the little rut. Get out of that little rut, because I know that you can, sweetie, but give yourself the time to do so. And the best way to do it is to believe into yourself. Believe into yourself, believe into who you are, believe in what you have to give, and that's how you're going to go and get it. So there is a possibility over here for something happening, some type of attraction, unification, but it's not quite right away. We have to get out of this place. So this could be happening within the following, I'll say 6 to 8 weeks, my love. Yeah, that's it. No, Stephanie, I do not see him talking with anybody. My dear, my dear, my dear, my dear Crimson, please let me know if there's anything else, sweetie, but I need you to get out of there. I need you to get out of that little rut. You wish you had a different brain? No, you just have to rewire your brain, sweetie. You have to take the information that you have, you got to modify it. You feel stuck. Why do you feel stuck? Because I don't believe into myself. Maybe I don't like my hair. Maybe I don't like my height. Maybe I don't like my attitude. Maybe I don't go out enough. Maybe, what is it? What can I change? So put yourself a goal, let's say meeting somebody new, and how can you go and achieve it? You'll get it. Not all in one shot, one little thing at a time. And if you need me along the way, send me an email. I'll help you. It's my pleasure, beautiful Stephanie. And I'm sending you much love, sweetie pie. Your brain is beautiful, Crimson. You're being way too harsh upon yourself, sweetie. Way too harsh. Julie, sweet love, here we go. And at the same time, I am going to update the list, all right? Because, I don't know, we've been really, really busy tonight. Got on late, got busy, and have not been updating. Okay, so after we have Mischievous, we have High Priestess, and we also have Farah, and that will be the end for tonight. So, Julie, let me just go and read this, okay? Okay. And I'm going to go and add in the other question. This one, and then you also had this one. So you had a total of 3 questions altogether. And here's the other one. All right. So, my beautiful Julie, first of all, I love the way that you're holding that beautiful space for Mike while he's kind of learning to, step forward to do what he's got to do. Your patience and your trust are definitely helping him in a million different kind of ways. All right. So, how will Mike nurture your relationship? I think that's a really beautiful question. And it's very caring, not only towards your relationship, but towards yourself. So, I see him being very intentional, my beautiful love. I see him carving out dedicated quality time, even if his workload is heavy, which often it will be. I see him nurturing, not just into the words, but also into his constant, like small little actions, like checking in or planning little moments for both of you, or making sure your connection feels like a priority every single day, or bringing you flowers maybe every once in a while. So Spirit does show me that once he gets used to this actual balance, things are simply going to feel more natural for him. And by being more natural, it's going to be so much easier to kind of just bring everything on in together. Now, will both of you mutually nurture the relationship after being official? All right. I feel like, yes, Spirit is making it clear that your relationship is not going to be one-sided. Even after becoming official, I don't feel like the nurturing is going to stop. Both of you are going to invest, you with your loving patience and your devotion, and him with his effort to grow into a more attentive partner, if you will. So think of it as kind of tending a garden together. Both of you will, take care of it. You'll water it, you'll prune it, you'll make sure that it thrives, but you're both going to be working onto it all together. Just in different ways. You both have your own skills into that gardening center, if you will. Now, will Mike find spending time with you burdensome? No, he won't see it as a burden in any kind of shape, form, or way. Even into his workload altogether, my sweet love. Absolutely not, sweetie. I feel like he's actually going to see that as a time of a recharge, a little bit like plugging himself into your energy source. You're already an energy source for him, and you're not necessarily right there next to him at all moments. So you balance him out from far or from close. So you ground him when life feels overwhelming. So spending time with you is more going to be, if you will, his safe place or his safe harbor. It's not an obligation. So that's really, really important to see. So no problems over here, my love. I think maybe the chat is frozen. I don't know. Mischievous, I'm going to come and see you. Let me know if everything is okay, my sweetie, okay? Because, okay, it's not stuck no more. Yeah, he'll start doing more. Yes, he will. He will. Once you're into the relationship, he'll start doing more, and he'll start to be more proactive, and he'll start to show to you more, and he'll start to tend more to your own private, into your own beautiful garden. I'll put it that way. Yeah. Yeah, it was Swanson, but now it's good. It's okay. The chat wasn't moving. I don't know. It is my pleasure. I am wishing you beautiful, sweet dreams, Julie. Don't go to bed too late, okay? Oh no, what happened, Mischievous? What happened? Okay. What happened? We're going to go and see. Up next is High Priestess and Farah, and then we're going to be done for the evening. Okay. Okay, what's happening? High Priestess, let us know if you're around, sweetie. Two of Pentacles. We do also have our Chariot. Yeah, he is kind of resting. He's like a little bit unsure what to do. He definitely does have a noticeable shift over here. There's no doubt. I don't necessarily feel like somebody has come into his life, though. I don't see that. All right. I just see him kind of being afraid onto his path. This shift is coming from him, from within. I kind of feel like he's a little bit into a place where he's between two energies. So on one side, there's that beautiful interest because he does have that connection with you. But onto the other side, there is fear and there is avoidance. Like, he doesn't want to walk away, yet we're kind of afraid and we're kind of avoiding. And so we're kind of resting, and basically we're not doing anything with it. Yeah. So I'm definitely going to say that there's definitely some fear, definitely some avoidance, almost like if he got a little bit overwhelmed by all the feelings and kind of started to a little bit pull back to protect himself. So I'm going to say this is very, 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 very much tied to his fear of vulnerability, but also his control of the situation. When things get too real, he kind of puts up the walls rather than actually leaning on in. And that's why you're seeing that hot, cold energy, and that kind of feels like it's a complete shift, which it does. But I feel like Spirit is making it clear that this is not about another person taking his attention. It's more about his own inner struggles. So the message for you is this. This pause or this change in energy is not a rejection of you. It's not because there's somebody else. It's him being confronted with his own fears. What can you do? Well, the advice is give him space, but also stand firm into your worth. So his shift is something that is temporary. And whether he actually works through this fear or not is going to determine how he shows on up forward moving. So you have to leave him a little bit of his space, my sweetie pie. Alrighty. What are you going to do, sweetie? I saw you, super fragilistic. You're using me. Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. Yeah. Absolutely. Not that there's a sponsorship, but Juanson is pinned. Gotta go watch the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Love it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Alrighty. I'm sorry, mischievous. I'm sending you much love, sweetie. Big Cleo, hold on, my love. Yes. Yeah, Big Cleo's back onto the list, sweetie. Big Cleo, you are at 2210, love. Oops! Every time I hold on. All right, High Priestess, you're next. Big Cleo, you'll be up in a few moments, love, okay? All right, I'll be with you shortly, sweetie. Anita, we are closed, my sweetie pie, for tonight. Okay. sweetie. You're going to be on up in just a few moments. I'm with High Priestess at this moment, and then you're going to be on next. All right. High Priestess, let me just go back into PayPal. Alrighty. So, okay, if you pay for this online course, all right. Okay. I like this new little twist of yours, sweetie. I do. Alrighty. Donations are closed for tonight, by the way, guys. So, the Vogue Online course. It's a great idea, my love. It's a great idea. Is it going to be good for you? I feel like this looks like it could be really, really quite positive for you. I feel like the energy feels like it's fresh. I feel like it's taking more room. So, and it has more room to grow. So I feel like it is more expansive. I feel like this would give you a strong foundation into the industry, onto a level kind of a knowledge. So this could definitely help you pivot, if you will, into fashion and beauty, no doubt about it. However, there's always a however. It's not going to be a it's not going to be an overnight transformation, but it positions you as more credible and allows you to kind of network differently. So I feel like Spirit is also showing me that taking this course could actually boost your confidence into that matter also, or into that type of material. So you'll feel like you have the right language. You'll feel like you have the right tools to stand out. So it's a little bit thinking about it like a stepping stone that's going to help you create a more polished and a more professional identity into the new, sphere, new path that you want to take, which would be fashion and beauty. So basically, this looks like it's really, really quite positive for you. But it's, going to give you great tools, everything of the such. But it's going to be something that's transformative. That's going to take a little bit of time, but will definitely help you to open up your horizons in many different kind of ways and help you get better different type of positions out there at the same time. let's go and see your following questions, sweetie. Frustration with the delays and stagnant energy. Yeah, definitely. That's been a pain in the butt, right? All right. Frustration with delays and stagnant energy. Here we go. I feel like this is really quite strong for you. I feel like you've been pushing and pushing and pushing, but it kind of feels like the universe keeps closing the door. It keeps placing different type of roadblocks for you. It's not punishment, it's more of a redirection. It's just sometimes it takes us some time to actually get to that redirection. Things are aligning behind the scenes for you, and I do feel like your breakthroughs are going to happen, but it is going to require you to stay a little bit patient and to keep focusing on what you can control, like taking these courses and building your portfolio and your brand and preparing yourself all together. So it's all things that are going to be helping you, but you got to continue. Yes. Home and family environment. Let's go and see. All right. Home and family all together, my love. That space. I feel like that space feels incredibly, I'm going to say, heavy. I feel like it's draining for you, but I feel like it's been draining for the longest of time. There's toxic, there's chaotic energy, and those energies are blocking your progress, and it kind of lowers your vibration at the same time. I feel like your mom prioritizes herself, and now bringing, the child's father back in, everything just kind of brings more instability. So spirit is really saying very, very clearly over here that you are meant to detach and to create your own independence within it. I know it's not going to be something that's instant. I know that if you could do it, you'd probably do it tomorrow. But every step that you take towards building your career, your stability, your knowledge, all those things are going to help you to go towards that freedom, like one little brick at a time. So I feel like the messages that are coming on through for you are, your delays, they're not denials. So what you want is still coming your way. This course for you could be that new chapter. It's definitely going to open up a door. It's definitely going to help you to get more tools that are going to help you achieve. So it's a way out of stagnancy. You need to keep your focus onto the long-term escape plans so you're not stuck into that environment forever. And I also need you to protect your energy into the meantime. So, journaling, limiting how much you actually take on from your family's chaos and everything of the such. So those are all little things that are important to keep in mind within your reading. But overall, the course is going to help you pivot, and it is going to be worth the investment. I know that you're serious into the fashion, into the beauty. I know that this is part of your bigger plan for yourself, maybe even for your company, to free yourself from the current environment that you are in. So I feel like these delays are temporary, and spirit is kind of lining things up so you're able to move. You're able to get something stable. You're able to get something that is lasting. However, I do have to say, if we're looking a little bit at a time frame, I don't necessarily see you leaving the place where you are living at this moment in time for, I'm going to say, probably a good 2 to 3 months, maybe even 4. I'll say a maximum of 4 months. Yeah, I know. Okay, so that makes sense, my beautiful high priestess. When I say in approximately 3 to 4 months, you would no longer be with your mom, it makes sense. It's pretty much the end of the year. Yeah. And it's an 8 week course, but the issue, well, that's perfect. So go ahead with it, sweetie. Yes, definitely go ahead with it, my love. I think it's a great idea, sweetie. Yes, definitely. I'm going to heart that all the way on through. We're gonna go and see Farah over here. Farah, just let us know if you are here, sweetie. All right, hold on. Okay. So, what are AK's thoughts and feelings towards you? Is he pulling back his energy because you don't entertain his hints, or is he just not interested anymore? What's wrong with these men? Ah, okay, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Uh, did I put a timestamp? I did not. I wanted to go and see if you were here. I'm sending you much love, High Priestess, sweetie. Oh, I'm gonna say yeah. Oh, thank you, Fair. I know you're here now. No, I don't need you to retype yours, sweetie pie, Big Cleo. I got you, my love. You even wrote it into PayPal. All is good. You haven't been entertaining him as much, right? Well, that's still not a reason to do that. Okay, so let's go see his thoughts and feelings for you. And thank you for waiting so patiently. I know tonight has been a little bit chaotic because we started later and the first few readings had zillions of questions to each of them, so it was longer. I'm sorry, sweeties. But here we go. Thank you again. Thoughts and feelings for you. Now, this person still has an attraction, still has an interest into you. I feel like they do notice. So he does notice you and feels drawn towards your energy. That has not changed. But there is a curiosity and there is an admiration. But I also sense that there's a little bit of hesitation, maybe a little bit of insecurity onto his side. Like he seems to want you to pick up onto his hints, but without him being too direct. Almost like he's testing the waters to see how you would respond. So why he actually kind of seems like he's pulling back, he doesn't feel like he's completely, it's not a question of losing interest. It's more that he's unsure on how to actually move on forward because quite frankly, at this moment, yes, maybe you haven't entertained him all that much, but I really just kind of feel like he doesn't want to overstep nothing neither. So this is kind of a little bit giving the impression of him pulling his energy away, but it's more of a protective retreat, if you will, than something that would be a final decision. So I feel like Spirit is trying to say, if you do feel some interest, all right, and I know that you do, even the small signals of openness could reassure him and open back up, if you will, those gates or those desires, or bring back things, realign them onto the path that you were on previously. It'll take a little bit of time, but you'll realign yourself. If you're not really all that interested, then it's okay. Just let him fade away. Just let him go away. He'll respect your boundaries. And that's it. But I feel like at this moment, he's into a space where he's like, I'm going to wait and I'm going to see. So his feelings are there, but his confidence is kind of in pursuing, I'm going to say, depends on what he senses from you. And if you're not giving him necessarily something like you used to, then he's kind of feeling somewhat of a change too. And that's making him kind of back on up also. So overall, it's not that he doesn't care anymore. It's more like, I'm going to be a little bit like you. I don't quite know if I should keep putting my energy here, so I'm just going to leave it as it is, and I'll just see what you do. So that is basically what it is. It's almost like if he's a little bit mirroring, if you will, your, how could I say? It's almost like if he is mirroring, if you will. Yeah, give it a chance, sweetie. It's like he's mirroring your energy at this moment is basically what it is. And my dear, just one second, Big Cleo, this was about work, had nothing to do with love. And you wanted to know where it is that you should go. L firm or T firm? T for some reason, but you like L. Is that a possibility? Do you prefer L than T, but T's the better one for you? Yes. Okay, hold on. But you do, honestly, I do feel like you do have some opportunities that could be given for you at L, but I believe T is better. Yeah. That's it. Oh, you're not commenting. Well, that's what I'm going to say. All right. You take it as it is. That's my answer. Yeah. T is definitely going to be better for you. No doubt about it. All right. And look, even just the first card I'm coming on through over here is with our beautiful victory. More strength coming on through. Yeah. Look, this is it. Neither one of them are going to be the place that you're going to be into forever. All right. I don't necessarily feel like you're going to get yourself into a place where I don't feel like L or T is going to be a place where, let's say, you're going to become a partner. All right. But they could both be good. Now, that being said, I feel like it's easier to get into L than to get into T. In L, you'll end up having some really good colleagues. You'll get some good colleagues, and that will be enjoyable altogether. I do believe so. All right. But if you really want to be victorious, you want to have some wins, you want to have some good clients, you want to be able to move on forward, then it's definitely going to be the T. The T is going to bring you more challenges, but challenges that are going to excite you. They're going to make you want to surpass yourself, and they're going to make your curriculum, if you will, and your studies and everything that much more important. T is going to help you grow into the future. L is a nice environment, good people around. That'll go quite well, but you're not necessarily going to pass through your boundaries and go further. And I feel like you need to go further. I feel like you need to push those doors open, because I feel like there's so many opportunities that are there for you, but you have to challenge yourself. T is going to offer you challenges that you will succeed at and become fantastic. The other one, it's not bad. It's just more neutral. It's no doubt. It's T. It's T, sweetie. T a million times. T. Yeah. That was my answer from the beginning. T. T as in Thomas. Yep. T it is. T it is. You want the T onto the T? No, it's a T. It's T. Yeah. I know you prefer L. I said it from the beginning. But it's what the heck? It is. Hold on, guys. Something is ringing, but it hold. Okay. There you go. I know everything, Big Cleo. I know everything. Okay, hold on. So, here we go, sweetie. So I want to know, is L a good place for Big Cleo to be working out? That is a yes. Is T a good place for Big Cleo? Also. And is L better than T for Big Cleo? Will L be better than T? So will L be better than T? Oh, I thought I was going towards a possibly. No, yeah, no, sweetie. It's turning up directions onto you. So I tricked the pendulum on, yeah. So I'm absolutely right. And I'm going to take it. T is better than L. That's why I didn't want to say. I know you didn't want to say anything because of it. I know. I'm a psychic. I ask things to chit chat with you, but I already know your answer. I told it to you. I love you, Big Cleo. Oh my God, hold on just 1 second, okay? So we are going to go and see now our dear Juanson, all right? So just give me one second over here. Um, love you, sweetie. I know you're going to be fantastic. I'll see you tomorrow, my love. Alrighty, Juanson, here we go. Juanson is going to be the last reading for tonight. All right. Awesome. So work was pretty good. No wonder it was cloudy. Yeah. No boxes. Okay, here we go. All right. All right. And love. There is patience, but there is alignment. All right. I feel like you're moving into a season where things are going to be more balanced. I feel like you could be entering into a place into your life where you're going to start to see, and I've said that a few times, you're going to start to see different people who value you, your heart, your consistency, who you are, what you've got to give. And that in itself is beautiful. Now, into the general reading. All right. I feel like Spirit is highlighting different type of clarity for you. I feel like there's some things that are stagnant that will become unstagnant. Some things that are uncertain that will become more certain. Opportunities are definitely opening, especially around your personal growth and your creativity. So you could also receive a different type of recognition coming from people around you, but into a beautiful kind of quiet little way, sweetie. Yeah. Now, well, let's go and see. Like that. So how is Elizabeth doing? Honestly, she's juggling with a lot of things, trying to figure out a lot of things, but she's doing basically good. I'm going to say she's doing pretty good, sweetie pie. A lot of stuff happening. She's not happy with her page. Not happy with the page. No. He's like not doing enough around. He's not doing what he's supposed to. And her back is sore again. As for her thoughts about you, I feel like she's thinking about you. Beautiful warmness, beautiful curiosity. Every time she is somewhere around you, she does always notice. Even if she doesn't say anything, she always notices your presence. There is no doubt about that. I feel like she appreciates your energy, your uniqueness, and really just the way that you make her feel seen, my love. So if there's anything that she would like to say, that she values you and she values your connection, even if she doesn't say it out loud. And to Angel, into Angel, an oracle message. Trust the timing of love. What is meant for you will flow naturally. And your heart's light draws in the connections that nurture. So stay open. Release worry and control, because love expands when it is allowed to breathe. And love messages, sweetie. You are cherished more than you know. Someone sees your loyalty, your kindness, and your heart, and it inspires their own affection. Keep shining your beautiful, authentic self. The energy you give out magnetizes love all the way on back. That being said, I am sending you much love, sweetie, and we shall see each other tomorrow. Same place, same time. No, not at our usual time, 9, not 9:30. So love you guys, and we'll see each other tomorrow. Juanson will send you all the timestamps. Bless you, beautiful souls. Good night, my loves.